Alright, with Mass Effect 3 coming out next month, we gotta prep for it. Mass Effect 2. So I'm going to review this game under the assumption that if you're watching a review for Mass Effect 2, you have played Mass Effect 1. Alright, so at the end of Mass Effect 1, depending on how you played the game, a few different things could have happened. Generally speaking, a Reaper named Sovereign attacked the Citadel and you stopped him. What are the Reapers, you ask? I will tell you. They're a sentient race of immortal machines hell-bent on destroying the entire galaxy. But you, Commander Shepard, will stop them. So in Mass Effect 2, Commander Shepard's been out of commission for a couple of years. And the intro leading up to that is one of the coolest things I've played in a game. It just took me by surprise. I was like, I did not expect that to be that cool and that cinematic and that epic. Thank you, Mass Effect 2, for being you. 2 years later, Commander Shepard's now working with Cerberus. Cerberus is an independently funded organization. They did some really seedy experiments. They were pretty much one of the bad guys in the first game, and you stopped them a few times. Now you're kind of working for them. Because they're the only ones who were like, yes, we have the budget to help you out, and unlike the Alliance, we see that there is a Reaper threat. And so now you gotta scour the galaxy and get a crew together. When I first saw this premise when I was playing Mass Effect 2, I was like, I liked my crew from the first game. I don't want a new crew. And you do get a couple of people from Mass Effect 1 that are on your crew in Mass Effect 2, but there are a few that aren't, so it kind of feels incomplete at first. You're like, I don't like this. But this crew grows on you. These guys are awesome. It just seems like you have more intimate dialogue with your crew when you're talking to them. You kind of get to know them more. I mean, you got to know them in the first one. It just seems in this game, it's on a more personal level. It might be because, and this is one of my favorite aspects of Mass Effect 2, every crew member has a loyalty mission that you have to do for them. So that's something I like in Mass Effect 2 over Mass Effect 1. Another thing I liked over Mass Effect 1 is the weapon system. In Mass Effect 1, you had unlimited ammo. In Mass Effect 2, you have ammo. However, in Mass Effect 1, your gun would overheat. And until the end of the game, it would overheat pretty fast, especially when you're using sniper rifles. In Mass Effect 2, you don't allocate your level points to weapons. Your weapons get stronger because you find weapon upgrades throughout the game. Which means when you use the sniper rifle, it's a steady sniper scope from the beginning. So I like the fact that you can use the sniper rifle from the beginning of the game in Mass Effect 2 and not feel like you're Michael J. Fox playing Sniper Wolf in Metal Gear Solid or something. And your weapon mods. Okay, let's say you wanted a mod on your weapon in the first Mass Effect. You had to go into that specific weapon and modify it. And you had to do that for every character, everything, every weapon. It was really annoying. In this game, it's just an ability. Your ability menu opens up and you're like, oh, that mod. Now I have it. It's really quick. It's really fast. It's like one button modding. Some people said they hated it because they felt it took away from the RPG aspect of Mass Effect. I felt it added to the fun aspect because the less time you're spending micromanaging your weapons, the more time you're spending doing anything else. And all around in Mass Effect 2, the dialogue's been refined. Just the way you run looks better. The camera gets a little shaky behind you. It just looks a little more real. If you have a miscellaneous mission that you're going down to on a planet, it's not a cookie cutter base like it was in the first one. Every planet's different. And mining ore is a lot better in Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 1, you had to take this Land Rover thing and go down to the surface, and this thing's like going up hills upside down. It sucked ass. And 2, you scan the planet and shoot probes, and now you have ore and you're getting money and you can upgrade your stuff. On the PC version, it's great. On the Xbox 360, woof. On the PC, the scanner goes as fast as you can move your mouse, so you're scaling that planet and you're fine. 360, it goes really slow. It's all my friend was watching me, he was like, you can get an upgrade to make it go faster. I was like, this is the upgrade that makes it go faster. This is as good as it gets. And word from the wise, I'm just saying, this is a tip. If you're talking with someone, go Paragon or Renegade. Go extremely nice or extremely dick. Don't go in the middle because you're not going to get the Paragon or Renegade points that you want. When I say want, I mean need, because there are points in the game where you're going to have to diffuse some conflict among your teammates. If you don't have your dialogue up in one way or another, it's not going to get diffused. Again, be nice or be a dick. In knowing by the end of the game I'm going to have a full Paragon or Renegade bar, I feel like I'm not free to just interact with people how I would interact. It's like, oh, I'd like to be a little more harsh on this guy, but I need Paragon points for that one conflict that's coming up, so I'm going to be nice. I don't like that. I'd like to be free to do whatever. Chaotic neutral, I guess, is what you call it. Can't be that when playing Mass Effect, I guess. In the end, love the characters, love the gameplay, love the graphics. They beefed that up big time. Love the crew, and I love the end. By the end of Mass Effect 2, anyone and everyone can die on your crew, including you, so you gotta be a good commander in the end mission. If you pick wrong or if you haven't done what you need to do throughout the game, people could die. And when they die, they're not in Mass Effect 3. That's a really cool aspect. I mean, you see in Mass Effect 2, things that you did in 1 do tie into 2, so I can only imagine where they're taking 3. I mean, I can't wait to see that. And yes, one of the aspects of Mass Effect are the romances. And I gotta say, Miranda in Mass Effect 2, probably one of the hottest game chicks of all time. She's voiced by and modeled after the chick from Chuck, so there is that. My favorite crew member though, I gotta say Tally. I mean, Tally was in 1, then Tally's in 2. Tally's loyalty mission's one of my favorites. You just feel protective of Tally. You like Tally. You're like, Tally, you're a good person. But Miranda's so hot. So I would say get Mass Effect 2. Steam always has absurd deals. I got Mass Effect 1 and 2 for like $7 each. Completely worth it. Mass Effect 2 is a blast and it sets the stage for Mass Effect 3. So have you played the Mass Effect games? What did you think of them? Comment below, let me know. And are you gonna get Mass Effect 3? Because yes, I am. And yes, I will do a video on it. In any case, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.
No matter what scars you bear, whatever uniform you wear, you can fight like a Krogan, run like a leopard, but you'll never be better than Commander Shepard.